Yes, my people, welcome back to the channel. I hope everybody's doing well and everybody's fine. You can already tell from the title of the video, it's going to be a heavy one. So let's get into it. So the reason why I wanted to talk about this topic, because I've been quite aware about this in the last 8 or 9 months. I've been quite conscious and aware of this. I've been certain reasons why, like the people I've seen around me or the people I've been around, I noticed this with them. And it's obviously about using the internet in the correct method, in the correct format, you know? Are you scrolling indefinitely and just caring about what other people are doing and, in the worst case scenario, hating on other people's success? Or are you using the internet as a tool to boost and promote your own personal brands? Because we are all talented, all of us. Every single one of you people have a form of talent, have an expertise, you know? You have either knowledge about a certain thing or a specific skill set that you're good at. And you can use the internet as a tool to promote that skill set, you know? So what I mean by this is, let's say you're very good at art, okay? And you're passionate about art, you're good at painting, you're good at drawing, or you're just good at editing. Why not use that skill set you have and post on a regular basis, on a daily basis, even do a day in the life kind of video, all these sort of things, and just promote and boost your personal brand, right? There's so many people out here that are just like, they use the internet for the wrong reasons. They're like seeing people's downfall and they're like successful people's downfall and they're happy about it, or they're just not happy to see people become more successful. So they're just being haters and just like holding a grudge and being bitter. And it's like, my friend Zev used this analogy really well. He talks about how the internet can be used like fire. And you know, what he means by that is fire can be used to keep you warm. It can be used to cook food, but it can also be bad. You can burn yourself, and obviously worst case scenario, it can burn down a building with lots of people, for example. Or water is another analogy to use. I like to use water as an analogy, similar kind of concept. Use it to drink, use it to survive, water the plants, etc. But also too much water, you drown, right? It floods. And the internet can be used to promote your brand, your business, you know, let people know your lifestyle and also inspire people with your lifestyle. Let's say you're very disciplined and you're into fitness, whatever, and you constantly post on a daily basis or as regular as you can. It will inspire other people, right? And then you're more likely to get more business opportunities and the algorithm is like, you know, expanded, whatever. So, like, our ancestors, right, would be so disappointed if they just went through all what they went through, fighting saber-toothed tigers and dinotheriums and woolly rhinos and all sorts of animals. We would have gone through all of that just for you to be slopping around and coasting it and taking things on easy mode. Like, it's not acceptable, you know? Like, you know, you could go a bit harder, you could try a bit more. We know it, I know it, you know it, everybody knows it, right? You could be going a bit more. You could be putting a bit more work in, you know, like they say in the gym, they say you're supposed to go a higher rep per set or a higher weight per set, or the next session you go to the gym, you train a bit harder than the last session. Is always striving, always trying to improve. I mentioned this in one of my other videos about always going that 1% better per day, you know. It doesn't have to be like too far ahead, because a lot of people lose that momentum. You go 10,000 steps ahead and then you take steps back again because you got overwhelmed by the dopamine effect. It's just like little and often, you know, seeing what works, not testing the waters, etc., you know. And, you know, that's how the internet should be used for, you know, because a lot of people waste too much time. And my other friend, I'm going to mention, his name's called Kwasi. He mentions this in one of his videos. He talks about the terminology of doom scrolling, and I like that terminology, he said. And doom scrolling is what he's saying is you wake up and you flick like a fucking monkey, and you're like, your brain is crushed. And I think that is obviously partly due to like people's attention spans being shorter these days due to dopamine effects, and like things like shorts and that has really crushed people's attention span. But you don't want to be doing that, because you just become consumed and you're not actually, it's lowering your dopamine effect, and you know what I'm saying, you're becoming too consumed by algorithms that aren't necessary. Like, you should be posting algorithms, you know. It's like the saying that you can't beat them, join them. That's the saying, right? just use the internet correctly, the valuable tool. No one's saying you can't watch a series with your girlfriend or watch a show with your girlfriend and like let's say you're interested in a series. No one's saying you can't do that. It's just a balance. A lot of people are too caught up in watching a series too much, and they make that the be and end all. You get too addicted to a game and you get too invested in it. And obviously there you see all these videos where you get like haters on YouTube trying to like post videos about like the downfall of next man and so, and then people, it's mad, you see millions of people liking it and they got millions of views. Like come on guys, that's not acceptable. You shouldn't want to look forward to seeing another person's downfall, you know, or hating on another person's success, because you can do the exact same thing as anybody else. The internet is so powerful. Like, your grandparents, doesn't matter if you're like in your 30s or 40, like your grandparents, doesn't matter. They didn't have the internet, right? They didn't have the internet. They were just given a job, or they had to work a job for the most of their life. They didn't have the luxury of the internet and how you can promote a business through the internet, how you can promote a skill set through the internet, you know, or just have a talent of using the internet well and editing for other people, etc. Like, they didn't have that luxury, right? So we're living in the most ambitious time right now. I know Andrew Tate mentioned this before. We live in the most ambitious time where we can actually utilize the internet to our advantage. You can sell products through the internet. You can promote a business through the internet, you know, and let's just make the most of it and let's do this together, you know. There's no more time to be wasted, because you don't know how long we might have this luxury. You don't know. Things change a lot, don't they, in 5 years? We've seen this loads of times. A lot can change in 5 years. Think about how 20 years ago, like iPhones and like smartphones didn't even exist. So right now, you just got to jump on the horse and ride it through. I hope you took on board what I said, because at the end of the day, yeah, I can spot you do the rep. But at the end of the day, you're the one who actually has to push the weight and do the rep yourself. So I hope you take on board what I said anyway, because you can achieve anything as long as you have discipline and consistency. You can make anything happen in this world. So don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Let's get it!